So saw this Home Depot tool on the guy with the E30, I think the black E30. Thanks. I think this is a pretty good option for getting these bushings out without having to burn everything to the ground. That should be good. Okay, so the idea here, I'm going to torque down this side while holding this one. This one will spin freely. And that's basically just going to drive this whole, this is locked right here, so it's going to push these washers. And this big washer is basically just holding it here as an anchor. And it's pushing this whole rod this way. These washers are small enough to push through, and it'll just basically be pushing out this way. You will notice this bushing has a thicker end and a thinner end, and the thicker end is on the outside of the trailing arm. The thicker end is here, the thinner end is here. So inside is the thinner end, outside is the thicker end, relative to the trailing arm itself, not the car. What I'm going to do now is, I've got this 14 millimeter, and I'm going to basically hold it here. This is locked, so it's just going to drive it through. Oh, one thing we'll see. I don't know if it'll work yet, but the guy who suggested this tool, once he popped this bushing out, he was talking about how the rod, when you're trying to get this one out, the rod will just kind of float because there's no bushing in here anymore. So he made this PVC pipe fitting that went in there just to kind of guide this through. What I'm going to try to do actually is I'm going to try to push this through all the way to just about the end. And so I'm going to leave this bushing inside, maybe about a centimeter or so that will be the guide for this side. And hopefully just that little bit inside, I can just take a plier or something and just wiggle it out. So that didn't work. That was too much power all at once. Got too trigger happy. My 3-foot rod is now a 2-foot rod. Okay, take 2. This time, a lot slower. Okay, so before I pull this all the way out, I'm going to reverse this and push this one out. This way I don't have to worry about making that sleeve where the guy was getting a lot of slop on the threaded rod. What I'm going to try to do is leave this partially in and use that as the kind of centering thing for the rod. This rod is slightly bent in the middle. That was the problem with using the impact wrench, was it was just going too hard, too fast, and once it got that little bend, this one, it came out slow and steady. I slowly cranked it with the ratchet, and then when it starts to bend a little, it just kind of waits for this to slowly push out and that bend kind of releases itself. If you're going to try this, definitely get the 7/16 rod. It's thicker. This is the 3/8. So if you get the 7/16, it'll probably help. Let's lock these two down. Okay, so this is 75-80% out. And what we're going to do now is, this is the anchor. As I drive this end here, this is going to hold in place, and this anchors. So basically the threaded rod gets pushed this way, and it just pushes this whole thing out that way. So I'm just making sure this rod doesn't get bent too much. Well, I see there's a lot of play here. There we go. Alright, there we go. Bushing number 2. No need to burn all of this out and destroy the environment. Okay, time to reinstall the RTABs. I got the Lemforder rubber bushings. So I think Lemforder is the official supplier to BMW bushings, and I think these are actually the same bushings. So if you notice, there's like scrape marks there, and I noticed all 4 of these Lemforders had these kind of scrape marks on them. And then if you look here, here's the Lemforder and here's the BMW. If you line up that circle with this circle, whatever the marking is, on the BMW one, this is the part number that's written right there, and here it's all scratched out there. On the Lemforder it says BMW. I don't know, these might be grade B or whatever, maybe a lower grade that BMW didn't want, but I think these are the same bushings. Otherwise, same factory and all of that. It's just they scrape off the BMW logo or the name and the part number on the Lemforders. So yeah, these Lemforders, they're basically the exact same as the BMW OEM, just much cheaper. So we're gonna put these in, and the way I'm gonna put it in is threaded rods are all bent up, but I still have a short section just long enough to get this in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grease this up and help it slide in. Remember, always the thick part, not the thin part, goes on the outside of the trailing arm. It's relative to the trailing arm, not to the car. So this will be the outside of the car, but it's relative to the trailing arm, so the outsides. So the thick part goes here, and the other side, the thick part goes here. When you push this through, you're going to have, there's that little lip on the bottom end, or the thin end. There's the lip that you got to get past, and it's got to poke out the other side. So when you pull it through with a washer stuck here, it's going to just get stuck. So this tool, this is the All-Star bushing tool. We're going to use this rod to get it mostly through, and then we're going to finish it off with this one. This grabs just enough of the lip so that it can push it through. The end can stick out the other side and seat fully. So I'll show you. So we start with the threaded rod, and we're going to put a big washer on the bottom end, and so that it grips onto that to pull it. And then the top end, we're just going to put a bunch of washers. First of all, I'm going to grease a little bit of the inside. I don't know if this is correct or not, if you can use any kind of grease, or I see people using like lube that dries out once it gets seated. This is what I got, so this is what I'm doing. So let's go ahead. Let's seat that. Just a little bit. That's in as far as it'll go. I'm going to take this off and finish off with this other bushing tool. Okay, so this is the finisher. Just going to put that there, and then this rod will drive this all the way through. It'll be enough for the thin end, the lip, to pop out on this side, and you're going to push it over a little bit more, and then when you release this tension over here, it'll seep back into the middle. With this tool, you want to make sure you're just on the lip of this metal. You don't want to go over it, or else you're going to start blocking the rubber, start making some tears into it. So just to be safe, make sure when you seat this bushing tool that it sits just barely on the metal part. Also, when you remove, you can also use this to remove this bushing, this tool right here. Sit it on this end, and this lip, it'll be able to just pinch into here. You can kind of push it through and just grab on the metal lip right there and drive it out that way, the opposite way. The reason why I like this gear wrench one specifically is because of how sharp this little hook is. It's pretty pointed and sharp, and that will help drive and stick into that part right there. I think I saw another tool on Amazon or eBay or whatever, a different brand, maybe a cheaper one, and this point right here was a little thicker, so it might have trouble grabbing onto that lip on that side when you push it out. So I think there was another kit that I saw. It seemed like a nice pointy end, so that might work. This is just long enough to do the subframe bushing and also this part here. So let's go ahead and finish seating this. You can see now it's sticking beyond the lip. I think I seated it a little too far, so we're going to go ahead and push it back out a little. Here you can kind of see what I mean. Since it's very thin, it can pinch in there just enough. It can pinch in there just enough because of how thin it is. And now it's seated, and basically that's how you would fully take it out, obviously with a smaller washer here.